Hey guys, it's Joy here for Honeybee Stamps. Today's card is a 5x7 cute little scene card using the Market Cart die and the Farm Fresh Market Cart add-on. So I have die cut all of my pieces ahead of time, and I've die cut that from a Bristol Smooth watercolor cardstock. Most of these images are coming from the Farm Fresh Market Cart add-on, and from the Market Cart die is the actual cart itself. I also have the little silver buckets where I'm going to color them silver, and I think that's it. But the rest of the images are from the Farm Fresh Market Cart add-on. So here are these lemons, and I am using the Karin Brushmarker Pro markers. This color is amber, and I'm just using one color to create shading and everything. So I have my water brush pen that I'm using. I have a little bit of water off to the side. As you can see here, I'm coloring the cute little mason jars with some lemonade in it. So I put my marker on my work surface so I can get a lighter color. I'm doing the same thing for the lemonade pitcher. But as far as the lemons go, I just added color directly to the bottom and then blended that out with my water brush pen. And I'm just using the tiniest bit of water because I want to have a good amount of color. Then I'm coming in with Arctic Blue to give the top part of the glass that's not filled with lemonade a glass look rather than just leaving it white. I'm adding some of that Arctic Blue to give it a glass color. And I think they turned out so super cute. Okay, so this is a lot of coloring, you guys, for this video. So it's a little bit of a longer video, but I promise you it's worth it. So just hang with me till the end because this card turned out so cute and there's so many fun elements. Now I am coming in with Soft Peach 1 and then I end up using Soft Peach 2. This is the canopy that goes on top of that cute little cart. And at the top and the bottom, there are some score lines that we will be folding on later to give this a three-dimensional look, but you don't have to do it that way. You could just adhere it flat. So I'm just blending that out again with my water brush pen. I'm coming in now with the Soft Peach 2. It's a little bit darker, adding a little bit more of a shadow. And when you die cut this canopy part is from the Farm Fresh Market Cart add-on. It actually has a wood grain in it. So that's a lot of fun. I think it's kind of hard to tell with the color that I have and on the camera and photos, but up close you can see that there's some wood grain. There's also wood grain on this little strip piece here that I'm coloring with the same colors, Soft Peach 1 and 2. And yeah, so those have wood grain in them, but like I said, it's kind of hard to see on the camera. Now this is the cart that is from the Market Cart die, the original die, which is so super cute. And I want this to have a wood look. So I'm coming in with sandstone and I'm letting it have these darker and lighter colors on the bottom part of the cart because I want it to look like wood. So you've got, you know, the different variations in pieces of wood, and so I want this to look exactly that same way. Now that top piece you could also color. I actually left it white because I kind of liked the white against that peachy top part that we already colored, but you can color that any color that you want, obviously. So I'm just going to finish blending this piece out, making sure it really gives you the feel of wood. Then you have the tire or the wheel. This is from the Market Cart die. I'm coming in with black, blending that out on my work surface. You can see you can just color it. This is a glass media mat and I'm just coloring it on there and adding a little bit of water to it to get it to the right consistency that I want. And then I'm going to be using a cool gray marker for the center spokes of this tire. So black for the actual wheel, and then for the spokes I'm going to do cool green, and then there's a little dot in the center of this that I also did black off camera. And then those two pieces will go together and adhere together. I love this Market Cart die, and this Farm Fresh Market add-on is just darling. And it's got flowers and the lemons. You have the little glasses or your glasses and your pitcher. I mean, it's just so, so cute. Okay, so now these pieces are from the Market Cart die. These are like flower pots. I'm going to make them look like silver pots. So again, I'm using the cool gray marker, adding it a little bit of dark on the sides, blending it out in the center. Again, I'm just using one color to achieve this. I think it's really simple that way, but you definitely could get away with using two colors in the same color family, obviously, to add your darker and lighter areas like you would with like a Copic marker or something like that. Now here's a bunch of these flowers, and I am using pale pink. Oh, I think I forgot to write down the orange. Pale pink, the Arctic blue, and there was an orange color, and I forgot to write down the name of that one. I am so sorry. But super, super simple. And then I'm coming in with the amber, which is the yellow, for the centers of those little flowers without the stems. For the stems, I'm going to be doing olive green. Oh no, the yellow is gold. Excuse me. The yellow is gold. So that's what I've used on here. And I'm just keeping this super simple. I'm kind of tracing around that center hole, leaving it open because I do want to add the yellow to it. And then just blending it out with the water, keeping these flowers super simple. But it quickly gives you a variation in these flowers. So I'm keeping it darker at the bottom and then obviously blending it out towards the top on those flowers with the stems. And then these flowers, just keeping it darker in the center. And then this is when I'm going to come back with the gold and add the centers to those open flowers. And I'm not even worrying about blending that out. And then here is that olive green for the stems. Okay, now we've got this cute sign. I'm coming in with Arctic blue. You could leave this like a cute wood sign, and it does have some texture to it on the sides. It kind of looks like it would be a wood sign, but I just pictured, oh, if someone just painted it this fun kind of a tealish blue, it would be perfect. And then the sandstone for the little hanging part. This is the shelf that goes with the Market Cart die. And again, I'm using the sandstone for this, but I'm going to go a little bit lighter than the rest of the cart. And you will see how we're going to use this a little bit later. And I'm making sure to clean up my work surface in between each one of these because I don't want to contaminate my colors. So I'm using all of those same colors again for this cute little pennant banner. I don't know why that was a tongue twister. And I'm just adding the color kind of at the top and blending down, and I'm cleaning my water brush pen. I just have a towel and I'm just wiping it off between each one of the colors. For the actual like string part that's hanging, I'm using that olive green, trying just to keep all of the colors super simple. This is a beautiful spring card, and it has all the spring feels with the color once we get this together. Okay, so now I've got the fence from the Horizon Slimline borders. I'm going to die cut that from white cardstock, and I'm going to leave it white. And then from that same Horizon Slimline borders, I've got this grass piece. I'm going to die cut two pieces, one larger, one smaller, because I want this to be sitting in grass with a cute little fence behind it. And we're going to add a bunch of these goodies around. I'm going to do some ink blending on the background. Again, this is a 5x7 piece, so this is just some regular Nina cardstock, and I'm using a blue ink to blend for the sky. I like it a little bit darker at the bottom, and then I'm going to be a little bit lighter towards the top. And then a green ink for the grass. And this back piece will be a tad bit lighter, not by much, than the skinnier little front piece. I will make that just a little bit darker, but just doing some simple ink blending. I just wanted to get some color on here. You could also obviously die cut this from a colored cardstock rather than ink blending, but I think this green was just perfect. It was the perfect bright and deep dark green at the same time for what I was looking for. So here's that last little front piece that we're going to use. Just getting a quick blend on that. And now I'm going to start adhering this card. I'm going to get my back piece of grass down first. Obviously, I'll be trimming off the excess. Anything that's hanging over the edge, I will be trimming off. Here's this cute little white fence. I'm going to tuck behind the grass, but not down far because I just kind of want to see almost the whole fence. I think it's really super, super cute. Okay, so before I put the rest of the background together, I need to get this cart on here. So I'm folding on those score lines that I mentioned earlier. I'm going to add like 4 layers of foam tape behind this because I really want it to pop out. And actually when you put the foam tape underneath it, it's almost like it's on a diagonal. So it's kind of just holding it up. And I'm actually going to just take some liquid glue at the top here because that's going to really hold it once it's dry. It's going to, liquid glue has a really strong hold, so I don't want this to pop off. While that's drying, I'm just going to use my reverse tweezers to put those in place, and we will get this tire together. I'm going to adhere that and put that right in place. And then once this is dry, we can kind of move on with the rest of the cart. And then there's that cute little piece at the bottom. So I'm just going to add some tape runner behind this cute little cart. And I can put this in place, then I can bring in that other grass piece, which I'm going to pop up with foam tape. And I don't want to cover up a ton of the bottom part of the cart because I think the wheel is super cute, but I do want it to look like it's just parked in some grass. And I like putting my front piece of grass up with some dimension because it just, I don't know, it gives your scene a lot of depth. This is definitely like a card you're going to want to mail in a box or hand deliver if you're going to have that top part popped out as far as I do, because it has a lot of dimension. Okay, I'm going to tuck that other little shelf back in there. I've got my cute little silver bucket. It's going to be full of lemons. One of the buckets is going to be full of lemons, which is super, super cute. I'm going to add a little lemon to the side, a little empty mason jar down at the bottom. And then I have the other silver bucket that I'm going to put some flowers in. And I kind of like to lay all my stuff out first before I adhere everything because, I don't know, I tend to change my mind a lot. So I need to see everything laid out and then I can come in and start adhering it. So this is not going to be popped up with foam tape. The other little bucket with lemons is popped up with foam tape. I'm going to add a few more of these little flowers down here. I just like having the flowers growing, having a bucket full of flowers. Like you could come here and get lemonade and flowers, and I just think that is so cute. I did add some foam tape behind that pink flower. Then the blue one I'm just going to have back in the background, and then the orange one will also have some foam tape behind that. And I'm just going to tuck that in. And like I said, anything that's hanging over the edge, I will trim down because this background is 5x7. So it is going to fit perfectly on a 5x7 card base. Now, in that little back shelf, there is like a little slit. So I have my pitcher up there and one of the glasses, one of the mason jars up there. So it's not like actually floating in the air. It looks like it's up on a shelf. And then, of course, just tucking in these cute little lemons around everywhere. I wanted a ridiculous amount of lemons because, number one, I think lemon shapes are so cute. In stamps or dies, I think they're darling. Now, let's get this little pennant banner at the top. I want that hanging off the edge, but I didn't want it down so far that it was going to cover up like the pitcher, the lemonade pitcher. So I'm trimming off some of that excess, and I'm just going to put flowers over the top part, or excuse me, over the end parts, which I think is perfect. Then I decided we needed some bumblebees. So I got the cute little bumblebees from the little Birdies stamp set, and I am using the coordinating die. I'm just coming in with that gold Karin Brushmarker Pro and coloring those, and then I will use the coordinating dies to die cut these. I colored 4, I only ended up using 3. And they're cute, cute little bumblebees. And they will be for the background. I'm not going to have them on any of the flowers because they are a little big. But I thought if they're up in the sky, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So I'm going to get those die cut. And then I can kind of start placing those. Now, I totally forgot to hit record when I was stamping the sentiments, and I apologize. The sentiments are from the Squeeze the Day, and this one here I just stamped in black ink and used the coordinating die. And then on the little sign down below, it says lemonade 10 cents. That is also from Squeeze the Day, and I just stamped that directly on that using my Misty and Honeybee Stamps black ink. So I apologize again for not hitting record. I totally thought I did, but I did not. So I'm just putting a little bit of liquid glue at the top part there and just putting that in place. And then let's get these cute little flowers put around. I thought a few more kind of by the lemons and the lemonade. A couple more down at the bottom. I just was kind of trying to decide where all of these little flowers should go. So I was kind of playing around and I thought, well, while I'm thinking, let me get these cute little bees on here. And you could also use like a little micro black pen and add the little trails, the little flight trails. I opted to not do that because I really just liked that simple plain blue sky, and I didn't want it to be super busy at the top because it's pretty busy towards the bottom. So I'm going to finish with these little flowers here, and I will pop this on a white 5x7 card base, and I'm just going to trim off all the excess pieces, and then this card is completely finished. I hope that you guys enjoyed this project. I hope that it makes you feel inspired. So I just want to say thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.